Hooray! It is a new year, 2021. It is the Diaspora Show, a brand new episode in a brand new year. We've got lots and lots of messages from the Chairman CEO of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Honorable Abike Dabiri Arewa, and other diaspora Nigerians from Europe, the United States of America, and other countries prospecting for Nigeria in the new year. But that wouldn't be all. We've also got an exclusive interview with the former Nigerian Consul General to South Africa. This is your favorite program, The Diaspora, and I'm your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. Please stay tuned. There are set targets, renewed engagement strategies and initiatives in exploiting Nigeria's greatest asset, her diaspora community. Please take a listen to NIDCOM's boss as she shares her New Year's message.
Hello everyone. On behalf of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, I want to wish every Nigerian in the diaspora a very happy New Year. We are glad that in the last year, we had a lot of success stories of Nigerians in the diaspora. We had a lot of Nigerians making the country proud globally, all over the world. We celebrate you and we continue to celebrate you. As we look forward to the year 2021, we look forward to more policies and programs that will impact you, our Nigerian in the diaspora. We also look forward to encouraging you to invest in your home country. There are opportunities, there are areas you can invest in there. There are a lot of things you can do working with the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission. So, Happy New Year, my brothers and sisters in the diaspora. We look forward to a fruitful 2021. We look forward to a more engaging time in the new year. And we look forward to doing everything possible to work with you, Nigerian in the diaspora, working with those at home to make this country the truly great country that it should be. Happy New Year, and we do appreciate every one of you. Compliments of the season.
Many thanks, Mama Diaspora, for touching base with Nigerians at home and in the diaspora. Now, Nigerians in the diaspora are indeed optimistic that 2021 will be a better year. Enjoy their message.
Hi, my name is Dr. Yetunde Omeda, and I would like to wish Nigeria and its citizens a prosperous, happy new year. My wish and my prayer is that we all see each other in the new year much wiser, much stronger, and in better spirits than we left 2020. Even in the midst of a pandemic, my prayer is that we all are able to survive this pandemic in a way that brings us to better heights, that moves Nigeria forward, both individually and collectively, and that we are able to actualize all the goals that we have set forth before ourselves as a nation and as a people. Happy New Year. Have a wonderful 2021. And my prayer is that we will all come out better than we left 2020.
2020 has been trying, right? I know. If anyone had told me this time last year that 2020 will end this way, I would have said, nope, you're lying. But you know what? What if 2020 was put there to show us all of the growth and all of the becoming that we can actually become, right? What if 2020 was put there to try us, to show us that indeed there's light at the end of the tunnel? My name is Dr. Lulu, aka the Malnutrition. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Honorable Abike Dabiri and her crew at the Nigerians in the Diaspora Commission for this golden opportunity to come and share with you guys some goodwill messages. Yes, it's been a tough year. Lots of loss, lots of pain, lots of crying, lots of moaning, maybe even some gnashing of teeth. But if you can see me, if you can hear my voice, if you can just listen for a second, you will know that you have been chosen. You are here for a reason. There's a reason why you are here today. And so let us march with vigor into 2021, right? And almost kind of give a fist to 2020 and tell it, you know what? We are here and we made it in spite of you. And so again, I want to wish you a very, very wonderful, happy new year. It is not going to be easy. There's a lot of work to be done. We have to go back and rebuild. But you know what, though? If you can believe it, if you can see it, you can become it. So I want you to go out there and make it a great New Year's, okay? And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Happy New Year, my fellow Nigerians, home and abroad. My name is Albert Onyema Okigwe, former ethnic advisor, African Affairs in the state of New Jersey. I am excited to cross over to 2021, and I know most of you are too. 2020 rained unexpected health and economic devastation to the whole world. Thank God for the development of vaccine, which we hope will stop the pandemic. Restoration and rebuilding follows thereafter, and I urge every Nigerian home and abroad to join hands together to rebuild Nigerian economy. Thank you and have a blessed New Year.
I, Dr. John George, bring fondest felicitations of a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you, my beloved fellow Nigerians in our homeland, Nigeria, my fellow Nigerians here in the United Kingdom, and other Nigerians in diaspora. Just like other nations, the year 2020 has specifically subjected Nigeria's economy and Nigeria's national security to severe stress tests. However, I thank God Almighty for seeing our country through this trying year. And I pray that our beloved country has learned from these tests and we should step into 2021 better prepared. I thank my fellow Nigerians in diaspora who did their very best to assist Nigeria and assist Nigerians to weather the storm. I'm optimistic that the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission shall build on the progress it has made so far by engaging a much wider spectrum of the diaspora in accelerated nation building. In 2021, let's challenge ourselves as a nation to aggressively capitalize on the greatest asset Nigeria has and develop that asset. And that asset is the citizenry. And that will achieve a greater Nigeria of our dreams within the next 8 years. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. God bless Nigerians. And I wish you all a very Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all.
My name is Samuel Ulubenga Adewusi. I want to wish the government and the people of Nigeria a happy and a blessed new year. And I hope and pray that we will not have the same 2020, all the deaths, all the diseases that we had and the pandemics in 2020, we will not carry it over into 2021 by God's grace. And I also pray that the youth of Nigeria, especially our brilliant, smart youths, would discover their potentials and their strength to make Nigeria a better place without tribal or ethnic sentiments. Also, my prayer is that the government, the people who are forming our governments, will have the wisdom to care for the people and understand and know that the human resources is the most important resources, and that Nigerian people should be cared for going forward. This is my wish for Nigeria, and I wish Nigeria and its people, North, West, East, and South, I wish them all the best in the coming year and beyond. Thank you.
Hello, fellow Nigerians. My name is Chief Bimbo Roberts Folayon. I was a former chairman of the Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, and I served for 2 terms. Central Association of Nigerians in the UK is called CANUC for short, and that's the umbrella body of all the Nigerian organizations of Nigerians in the UK. So it's made up of professional, cultural, states, welfare organizations, and even youths and women organizations. Over 250 organizations that make up CANUC. I lead the Nigerian Diaspora Direct Investment Summit at the moment, and the NDDIS is made up of 40 committee members. Together with my colleagues, we work together to attract investments back into Nigeria, and we've been organizing investment summits between Nigeria and the UK and the international community for the past 9 to 10 years. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you've had a good holiday with your family, with your friends, and I hope you're all maintaining strict compliance with COVID-19 instructions. COVID-19 is real. We lost the former president of the Ohanaeze Ndigbo in the UK, Dr. Ozualo. And a few days ago, we lost Sheyi Oteva. We also lost the Assistant Social Secretary of Kanuk, Godwin Fosin. So COVID-19 is real. Please, let's observe all instructions with regards to keeping safe, staying indoors. Let's understand that we have responsibilities for our children. Anybody under 16 to 18 years, we need to make sure that they keep safe. COVID-19 is real, and I wish every one of you a happy new year in advance. 2021 is just around the corner, and I hope to see you there.
Thank you, and wishing you all a prosperous new year. I know you can't miss this exclusive interview with the former Nigeria Consul General to South Africa, Ambassador Godwin Adama, as he shares his experiences during the xenophobic uprising, how he managed the situation, and future expectations between Nigeria and South Africa. Please watch.
You were the CG during the xenophobic attack, and you aided the repatriation of Nigeria during the time. Can you share some of your experiences during the time?
Yes, actually when I got to South Africa in 2017, March 2017, I met xenophobic attacks immediately, and I went into the field even before settling down. And that has been the experience over the years until 2019, where there was a very, very serious one that almost tore the relationship between the two countries apart. The interesting thing about that particular incident is that it was well managed and no life was lost. But a lot of properties of Nigerians were destroyed along some other Africans that the xenophobic attacks was targeted at. The interesting thing about that also was that rather than destroying the relationship, it helped in cementing the bond of bilateral relations between the two countries with the visit of President Muhammadu Buhari from the 3rd to the 5th of October of the same year, a few weeks after the xenophobic attacks. And that helped to allow the two countries to discuss so many issues relating to the incident, and that could help to build a stronger relationship. After that particular visit and the meetings of the senior officials of both countries, we had relative peace until very recently when there were some other news of the attack. But even then, this did not lead to any violent attacks again against Nigeria. They were mostly peaceful protests. So we can say that the issues in South Africa and our handling of it, and also the federal government assisted to create the enabling environment for the evacuation of Nigerians in that year, 2019, when the situation was tough. It was done by Air Peace at no cost, because Air Peace brought out their planes but of course arranged by the federal government. And that particular incident clearly showed that Nigeria, the federal government of Nigeria, was always willing and ready to assist Nigerians wherever they are to ensure their effective protection. That is why we in the missions were told to do everything possible to ensure that they were effectively evacuated home, and that was what happened in the two incidences. And of course, Nigerians were stranded again during the lockdown procedure occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic. We were able to evacuate this on commercial basis by the airfields, but arranged by the government, and we participated fully to evacuate all stranded Nigerians. The NITCOM, the chairman of the Nigerian Diaspora Commission, was always online with us to ensure that all this happened effectively. And I must say that I enjoyed a very wonderful relationship with her throughout the period of my service, about 3 years and 7 months. At every stage, whatever we needed, we got effective cooperation from her, and that helped us a lot in managing Nigerians, which I know are her principal responsibility.
The situation was managed properly during that time, and then do you have any expectation regarding the bond between both countries?
Yes, our expectation is that the relationship should go very well at the official level, which of course we don't have much problem with. But the problem we have is the people-to-people relations between the peoples of the two countries. That we have been working on very seriously, and that was why in 2019 we had a program, a social cohesion program, Rise Up Niger, which brought the Nollywood actors from Nigeria and musical artists and comedians to act along with their South African counterparts. We had a 2-day event. One of the day was a documentary on xenophobia, being my brother's keeper, which attracted a lot of Nigerians and even South African officials. 2 South African ministers were represented. It was one of the greatest things that has happened so far in South Africa. The next day we had the social event, which was like the acting of the parties from the two countries. Up to today, they are still asking me that this should be made a yearly affair. I'm sure they are preparing for it, because one of the ladies we work together, Mrs. Tonia Kalunta, is still on ground. So the Rise Up Niger project, I'm sure she's already working with the NITCOM to bring out the next project on it. That is one way of cementing the relations between the two countries.
Many thanks for your stewardship.
It's something of joy to actually know that the commission has become a reality during our time. I really want to thank everyone concerned, particularly Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, for actually elevating the concerns of diasporans to the point where we now have a diaspora commission to cater to all of our needs and concerns. The diasporans have been yearning for a long time for an outlet that would really address the issues that we have. Those issues have been very well elucidated by most, but it's very gratifying that at this point we have someone in the person of Honorable Abike Dabiri, who has spearheaded this entire project and made it worthwhile for all of us in the diaspora, particularly those that I represent, the Nigerian American Business Forum. We've had a few, about 3 or 4 conferences to date, and those conferences have started to produce the desired results. We're not done yet. We're not even halfway to where we're going yet, but we're extremely delighted that we have a group out there and we have conferences like this where investors can come together and start making inroads and start making a difference in the grand scheme of things as we continue to develop the economy of our dear motherland. And I pray that as we continue to move forward, nothing but good things shall come out of this. I would like to also stress that during the time of this pandemic, I'm not particularly well versed with the goings on now, but the issue of getting a vaccine to Nigeria is now our biggest challenge. Vaccines that are now beginning to show up in their tracks here and being approved very soon here in the United States. Now our task is to try and get those to Nigeria so we don't experience the craziness that we're seeing out here in the United States.
The federal government has announced new guidelines for international travelers coming to Nigeria, effective from September 18, 2020. Before departure, all travelers coming to Nigeria must take a COVID-19 PCR test at an accredited laboratory in the country of departure not more than 5 days before boarding. Only PCR tests will be accepted. Travelers with a PCR test result of more than 5 days or 120 hours or with COVID-19 symptoms will not be allowed to board. Within 3 days before boarding, register on the Nigeria International Travel Portal. Complete and submit the health declaration and self-reporting form online with a valid phone number and address. Update information on diplomats and children under age 10 separately. Next, upload the negative PCR test result on the portal. Choose a sample collection center and then book an appointment date where the mandatory self-isolation will be observed in Nigeria. Payment for the repeat PCR test to be done 7 days after arrival is to be made online on the portal, after which a QR code access report will be generated. It is strongly recommended that payment be made online before boarding. Payment on arrival in Nigeria can lead to long delays before exiting the airport. For issues with payment, visit saferport.com, My Traveler Record. On arrival in Nigeria, passengers are required to undergo port health screening and present electronic or printout QR code evidence. Travelers developing symptoms on arrival or during screening will be placed in institutional quarantine for appropriate care. From the airport, proceed to the 7-day mandatory self-isolation and avoid all physical interaction with others. During isolation, be available by telephone, as travelers will be monitored by public health officers and should check their emails and text messages regularly for updates from the selected laboratory for their repeat PCR tests. On day 7, have samples taken for the repeat PCR test at the selected sample collection center. Passengers are required to provide a valid means of identification. Travelers who test positive for COVID-19 will be managed based on national guidelines for treatment. Those who test negative after 7 days can end self-isolation. Be advised that those who fail to repeat the PCR test by day 14 may face suspension of their passports, inclusion on a travel no-fly list, or be denied international travel for 6 months. Get 24/7 support. Please take responsibility. This message is from the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 in collaboration with CACOVID.
Thank you for staying all through the program. We hope it's been worth your while. And in case you have anything to share with us, please do not hesitate to do so, as we expect feedback on our show. Remember, you can reach us on all our social media platforms. On Facebook at Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, on Twitter at NIDCOM_Gov, on our Instagram page at NIDCOM_Gov, on our YouTube page at NIDCOM_Gov, and on our website at www.nidcom.gov.ng. You can also join us on DSTV at NTA Network on Friday at 10:30 a.m., on NTA International on Tuesday at 6 a.m. and 10:05 p.m., on NTA News 24 on Friday at 2:30 p.m., and on Sunday at 10:30 a.m. You can also join us on WAP TV on Thursdays at 9 a.m. and on WTV on Wednesdays and Sundays at 8 a.m. You can also join us on Ben TV London at 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. I remain your host, Koinsola Adetumbi. See you next time.